welcome to Brisk Bit. Today, Brisk Bit is going to be a piece of an American classic, the grilled cheese. As you can see right here, I have my mise en place. These are the ingredients we're going to use for today's gourmet grilled cheese. What I've got started right here is my regular skillet. I've already got the heat on because I want it to be hot when I place my bread on. So what I'm first going to do is take my bread. Instead of using your old generic white bread that generally comes in a grilled cheese recipe, I'm hyping it up a bit. This right here is some fresh from a bakery, whole grain, olive oil and rosemary bread. What I'm going to do, instead of using butter, which is full of saturated fat, I'm going to take some olive oil, coat the back side of the bread, and this is going to serve two purposes. It's going to act as a butter substitute, and it's also going to provide some flavor. To enhance that flavor a little bit, I'm going to take a fresh garlic clove that I've chopped in half and just run it over where I spread the olive oil. This is going to add an extra layer of flavor, and I bet you can guess it, garlic. Just want an even coating, make sure you're getting an even array of flavor. Now that I've done that, I need to add some more flavor. We're going to do that with your just Dijon mustard. This surprises a lot of people because they don't think mustard is a great thing to put on a grilled cheese, but it actually helps to enhance all the flavors that you're putting in. It kind of brings them together, molds them together a little bit. Voila. So now it's time to build the sandwich. So the first thing I'm going to lay down, because I want it closest to the heat, is going to be the cheese. Right here, I chose brie cheese. Brie is a great cheese made from cow's milk. It's nice and soft, so it's going to melt quickly. This is a much better substitute to American cheese, which is actually just all manufactured and processed anyway. So I'm going to put a light layer of cheese just to coat the bread. And then I'm going to add my other flavors. What I've got right here are some red onion, tomato, and spinach. Now these are all optional based on what you like. I think the flavors go well together, and I also like the way the colors pop. I wanted something different in each of the colors. So my first layer down is going to be my spinach. Just going to put a light layer. La da da da. And spinach is a great thing to put on. You could also do like watercress or some other green with antioxidants, which are going to help provide you with vitamins necessary in your daily diet. Next thing is I've got beefsteak tomatoes. Now I chose beefsteak for the reason that they're bigger, so they cover more surface area, and tomatoes just in general have a high content of lycopene, which is also an antioxidant, so you're getting a health benefit with these as well. Then my third color choice was the vibrant color of a red onion. And the onion, just like the other fresh vegetables, is going to provide you with, what is it going to provide you with? More flavonoids and polyphenols, which is stuff that makes plants great. Now I've got my layers in. Now it is time. I'm a cheese fiend. So what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to spice it up a little bit. So this is solely vegetarian, yeah, not vegan, but I like meat. So what I'm going to do is add some wonderful bacon. Now, to make it a little bit healthier than your normal choice bacon, I got low sodium.
so you're not getting as much of a salt content. So what I'm going to do is put a couple slices on this. A little bit more cheese, just to help the adhesion factor. And flavor, of course. Right on there. And I'm going to place it on my grill. Now on the grill, I've already got the heat going. So I'm going to make sure I want to put it on something hot so I'm not just turning up the heat, which is going to burn the bread, and then you get that really hard bread and you're like, oh, I wish I could actually taste what was in the sandwich rather than just the burnt crisps on the end. So what you do, look at that. Let's take a zoomed look at this. Do you see the color contrast in there? You got your red, your purple, your green. It looks quite delicious to me. So I just want to reiterate some information about why I chose what I chose for this beautiful gourmet sandwich. As already stated, the tomatoes have a great source of lycopene, which, of course, as I stated, helps with antioxidants. It also, what I didn't mention, is a heart-healthy fruit. It helps lower your total cholesterol, which means it lowers your low-density lipoprotein cholesterol, which is the bad stuff, because that's what clogs stuff. And it also lowers your triglycerides. The spinach is also high in antioxidants. It's a great source of vitamin C, and also this new thing that I found on the internet called glycoglycerolipids. And these help to protect the lining of the digestive tract from damage, particularly in the realm of inflammation. Then the last thing in that sandwich was the red onion, and these contain quercetin and anthocyanins, which are flavonoids, and as well as I said, the high content of polyphenols. So we're just letting the heat seep in there. I could cover this up to encase some of the heat to ensure that the cheese is melting faster. If we kind of take a look at it, it's melting on the bottom. Starting to melt on the bottom. It's getting softer. We could take a look, see how the bread's been. So I can actually turn up my heat a little bit, because the bottom is still pretty white. Bottom side finished cooking it brown. A little bit too much, but that's okay, because I turned up the heat high. And now I just flipped it onto this other side just to let it cook a little bit. All you want to do is make sure that the cheese is melting a little bit, and then you're set, which it is. You can see that it's starting to drip down right there. The bottom layer is also cooking, and it's almost done. You just want to make sure it's nice and golden finish. And we are there. So what we're going to do is now plate and serve. Now you have some options on what you want to serve with a sandwich. The sandwich is a sandwich, and you know, I had to stick with some part of the American classic. So I'm going to do tomato soup. Right here I've got just a great little tomato soup. Gonna garnish it with some spice, and you're all set. So right here we've got brisket of an American classic, a gourmet grilled cheese.